Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Tuesday, May the 31st. The year's 2022. Let's talk trading. Monthly wrap-up time. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And just a reminder, I hope this month the traders out there have all been using risk management. You haven't lost any more in any one particular trade than you are willing to lose. And for the month, we are right now just 7 pips below the monthly open. What a month it's been. We are 414 pips off the bottom. I don't know if there's any monthly rat traders out there, but if there are, and you're still in that trade, it looks like you were rewarded. For the week, we are 33 pips below the weekly open. All the gaps have filled on the week. We're 11 pips off the weekly low, now 9. Yesterday, we put in the opening range, and as you can see, yesterday was an inside bar. We broke through that opening range, and we came all the way back down to the monthly open. So we are inside the opening range of the month. But as you can see here, there's a lot of movement this month. We are 957 pips below the yearly open, 416 off that yearly low. Nice amount of inside bar action across the various pairs on the daily and the weekly, and we've got about a handful on the monthly. And since this is the end of the month, we are going to have the ADP and NFP numbers this week, so look for there to be some lot of movement here. 95 pip range on the pound. It looks like we've got about 8 pairs above 100 pips in range, with dollar yen being one of them at 121. In fact, dollar yen is the winner. Seems like nothing is making sense here. We know the dollar's weak, but everything else is weaker. Buy zone, there was one signal, and that was a short. And obviously, anybody taking that short was well rewarded. In fact, we even crossed the weekly open. We crisscrossed it here and here. You see how the fight was going on. Finally, the bears won out and pushed the price down further. It's green rat time. We are only 8 to 9 pips off the daily low at the moment. The daily low at 25.59, let's call it 29.6 or 25.60 area. So we're in the Wall Mall 60s. We took out the weekly pivot, crossed the monthly open as I just mentioned, went through yesterday's low, went through S1 bias long. You can see here when the candles, the H1 candles were green, there were a handful of pips to be had here, but prices all come all the way down to S3. And the Bambino Flex called along again. Not today. Missed pivots, we took out today's pivot. So far this month, we've got 3 missed pivots. On the daily, we took out the week. This month, we have a weekly pivot miss. So for February, March, April, and May, we've had some weekly pivots missed. For the month, We still missed the pivot. We missed it by 51 pips. So we've had 3 missed pivots in a row. That's only happened 9 times out of 250. 4 consecutive misses has only happened twice out of the last 250 months. So, that being said, I'd look to take out the monthly pivot. So we'll look at where that winds up tomorrow. Wick zone, there wasn't much of a lower wick zone. It was basically yesterday's open, or actually today's open, yesterday's close, and we went right through it. The range this week, only 100 pips. That's probably the lowest range out of the last 12 weeks. We didn't break out of the high. We didn't break out of the low. That makes this week an inside bar. 90 pips off the high, 10 pips off the low. So the red rats were definitely rewarded. Green rats, maybe. High minus open 54, open minus low 46. So once again, trading the weekly open crossover paid off. Now, there was something I didn't do at the beginning of the week, so I want to do it now since it's so close. But the year-to-date accumulated range is at 1594. And you can see that falls well within somewhere in the middle here for the month of May, where the year-to-date accumulated range, that's year-to-date high minus year-to-date low. You can see bigger than 2021, but less than 2020. And as we go through the different options on the indicator, you can see month of May, 511 pips, more than 2021, but less than 2020 so far, and less than the previous month, but bigger than the first 3 months. Okay, if we look at show close minus open, you can see right now we're just 3 pips below the monthly open. But if you look here, most of the time May seems to be red. Last year it was green. And if we look at close minus the year-to-date open, you can see here we are somewhat to the negative side, definitely leaning. And it looks like we've had more negatives than positives. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh, 10, 11. Yeah, by 1. So 11 to 1. Okay, Walmart traders rewarded once again. Last hour, 32 pips. This hour, only 14, but if you took the 70 cross, you'd be up about 70, about 5 or 6 pips at the moment. Okay, you can see the lower high here on M5 was at 68, and it punched through 1, 2, 3 times. 3 opportunities there to take that lower high trade. Oh, and if you're wondering, I don't know if I've ever actually showed this, but I did make a 2021 donational to show that, but also in the TROHL5, there's also the higher low, lower high option. And just looking at the pivots, once again, using the 2018 trade reminder, you can see where price is relative to other levels that we might want to look at, or occurrences like where it is in the weekly wick zone, monthly wick zone, etc. So this month we talked about risk. I'm not sure what next month's topic is going to be. I'm thinking we might just do random topics or various topics throughout the month. I think we've already done about, what, 2 or 3, 4 months of sticking to one topic. I think maybe we will switch things up this current month, in June. I guess the final thought about risk, it's something that you might not consider to be dynamic, but when you're in a trade, your profit and loss is probably changing every tick, right? So you're either getting richer or you're getting poorer on that one particular trade. And sometimes it is hard to decide, do I take, say you went in at that 68 level, 69, maybe even 70, you took the Walmart trade, you're up 10 pips. Do you take it? I mean, right before I started the video, I was in a trade, and let's see, where was I? Yeah, I got in a trade at 69, and then it had reversed on me. And then it came up and I was up a pip, so I just punched out because, one, I was making the video and it's kind of hard to look at the chart, talk, and manage a trade. Walmart's, I think, a little bit better at it than I am. I think he can almost. I think trading's become like driving, where you don't really think about it, you just do it. You see what's going on, and then you react to it. So if something runs out in front of you, you hit the brakes or you turn the wheel, or a combination. You see something that says stop, you hit the brakes, you see where your exit is, you take a turn. So right there we were at 80 and you just saw it dropped all the way down to 75. So at the moment you just became 3 pips poorer. Now, depending on how heavy you trade, that might be 1% or 0.5%. So sometimes you can start thinking about your return in terms of percent as opposed to dollars. So, fellow traders, that wraps up the month of May. I hope you all had a profitable month. I hope you're having a profitable year. And I just want you guys and girls and non-binaries to know I appreciate you all watching my videos and engaging with me via the comments. And as you sit down at your trading terminal, always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.